Jelly! Color, welcome on in. Da da da. What? How?
Wait a second.
How?
You gave them the wrong plate! Put it on the table!
Zero, I was standing at the other table! It just teleported. It did. I'm not telling no word of a lie. The plate teleported.
No excuses.
What do you mean, no excuse? How do I stop these from teleporting into my base? That's the real question. Oh, you bastard. Where the hell did he go? Phone to pick with you, Josh.
I really appreciate that. Go check out Otter Games as well if you want some extra stuff. You want
I shouldn't have eaten biscuits on stream.
Extra animals in the world without having to spend any money. So
I've got
I
so
really
many
appreciate
biscuit bits in my teeth now, Russ.
Check out any of my TikToks and stuff. I hope you really enjoy them. I think a lot of people do. And if you want, you can see full videos of our on my YouTube channel of what actually happens in the game.
No. Right, help me with the tea up here. I need it delivered. No, the cup. It teleported out of my hand. I need the cup of tea. Yes, go. No, what are we lacking there? No, we're lacking a... No! Oh, it all fell apart when I insulted the customers. Well, that's drifters in a hole with a raccoon. Interesting. I never picked them to be friends, but, you know. Obviously out here you can't be picky with your friends. Many of them. Oh, great. The one place I was gonna live. It's gotta... Yeah, I don't think we'll live here. Second thoughts, no. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, wow, look. This is cool, though. A polar bear? Oh my goodness, they're coming. Come to the community center, it'll be safe, they said. Oh my lord.
No, you didn't.
I'm so sorry.
What did you buy? Is it
I bought
useful?
a counter. I bought a counter.
Oh my god.
It's so unuseful. It's so unuseful. I'm so sorry.
You just wasted
I'm so sorry. We've been working 7 days to afford to buy something and I bought a counter. We've been slaving away at the coffee machines for 7 days. Not inconvenient if it was used up, that's all. What the heck? Why is this opened right in front of my base? No. Am I gonna have to come to the back at all? Or are you just spooking it up back there?
No,
completely?
everything should be good. You're in charge of the trash though.
The trash. Right, so the customers.
Over here. So if I call trash, you gotta run it outside.
No! Watch out!
No.
Ooh, a creeper? Who did that? Is that you, Rosie? Uh-oh. Actually, I've got bigger issues than creepers. I don't have any building blocks. Raiders, welcome on in. This is viewer control Minecraft for you. Yes, you control the world around me. It's complete chaos. In you go. That's the way. Oh my goodness. Success. Oh my lord! Well, that's one way to celebrate success, I suppose. Oh my goodness. This is... Whoa! Hello, buddy. This is the concern. You'll find a place like this. Rare thunderous creeper of the traps. No! No! Like, we don't have any food. Not we don't have good food. We just straight up don't have anything to eat. Unless we dive into our winter storage, which is not... Ah! Memalumala's at my door. No. Oh my goodness. The rift activity is still so... Oh my goodness. Rift activity is very... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, they can climb. Ah! Oh man.
I see you seem to have the anti-snow card, but you're not powering it. We have an anti-snow card.
You can power
Why
it?
do we have an anti-snow card?
That's a lot of dead animals. This vintage hole has killed a lot of creatures. Oh my lord. Well, let's not let it kill us too. Let's run properly, that's for sure. Let's just get rid of that. It's just lubricating the pipes, right? You ought to do that all the time. I'm sure it's very good for the machines. I'm glad it didn't all explode. Oh my lord. Oh no! No. Oh, yes! This is a very unfortunate success. There's a lot down there. Okay, well this tin, this is fantastic. It's a rich tin vein. As long as we don't cause a cave-in, we'll be right as rain. No. No. No, no. Not in the dangerous area. Oh boy. Seems more than one pig's died this way. Unless that's a living one. Let's find out. Oh, it's alive! What a wild adventure. Alrighty, may the 4th be with you, everybody, and welcome on in. We are going to be doing Vintage Story Hardcore. I'm so worried that today is going to be the day that we die, but, you know, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? So, without further ado, I've got my cute little Ott here. Look at him, he's quite sweet. Now, the vote today, now, context is needed. I opened a vote on the community Discord to see what people wanted. Did people want Vintage Story Hardcore? Did people want GT New Horizons, which is the regular stream for this slot? Or did people want something Star Wars related? And the vote was mixed. It was a bit all over the place. I listened to you. I heard your voice. Viewers out there. And... Hold on. I just realized I have only 2 out of my 3 screens. That's not gonna help. So, if you can hear me over here, I heard your vote, I heard your voice, and as such, I have taken all of the channel point donations that are usually, all the bit donations that are usually, that are Star Wars related, but are usually bit only, and I've turned them into channel points today, in honor of Indy's love for May the 4th Star Wars. We do love it. That's really the reason. So you can thank Mayo Indy, and you can enjoy some text-to-speech in the... But if you're extra silly, there's text-to-speech for Chewbacca, which of course I'll be able to interpret, as you'd expect, and there's text-to-speech for R2-D2, which of course, you know, I'll also completely understand what you're trying to say, without any trouble whatsoever, right? So there's all that nonsense. It should be fun. And without further ado, we'll switch into the full game. Bum 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 bum. 9 hours have passed. Hey, no worries. Wait, hold on. I want to be... Wait, what is that? I don't understand what that means. He's made it to day 16. He's gone and... Uh-oh. Oh! Okay, well, we're off to a cracking start. That's just what hardcore's like, isn't it? We've been shot. You know the Captain America meme of... Well, the comment section isn't quite what you thought it would be. It's kind of like, well, hardcore's not going the way you thought it would be. Is it? Well, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. We want... We want a bowl. Where do we put the bowls? We put them all away? No. I suppose we did. Yoink. Oh man, that food was absolute garbage. That's a bad sign. No spoiler lol. What does that mean? You confuse me very much. Alright, we'll bowl this up. All this food that we made is rotting. Rotting away before our very, very eyes. This delicious meat stew that we should have preserved it. We should have used a bit of fat for it, but we didn't. And, well, I guess you get what you deserve. Right, there's also a bowl here. How much? That's almost completely rotted away. Well, if it all rots, it all rots. We have bronze to make. We have leather to make. Otter got distracted, and Otter got hurt. Yep. Hazel, how's it going? Welcome on in. Alright, we found this axe, and we found something else. I think we have a hoe now. We could do some farming if we're brave enough. Though, I don't know if we are. We need to use this axe straight away. We need grand old oak. Now, the bees had a 5-day timer on them last time we saw them, and I think that was a day ago. So that's really not enough time for the bees to be done. Oh, you little nasty goblin. Get out of here. Shut. Got him. They lurk. But most of all, they big jerk. Well, rift activity is calm now, so we shouldn't have any more problems like that. Shouldn't. Shouldn't doesn't mean won't. Never does. Never does. Wish it did. I am awake. I was hoping to sleep, but I'll show my sport. But may fall asleep. Yeah, nice. Very good. Strong respect. Weak tenons, strongs, weaks. Ooh. We have scraped hide. And scraped hide goes straight into these tenons. Boop. Seal it away. How long is it going to take? 3 days. Bum, ba, bo, bum. Almost as long as the bees need. And then these will go into the strong tenons eventually. But we need more... Need more something. Well, we need more chalk. Is that what we need? Lime water? No, it's not chalk. And then we need more oak for the strong tannin. Yes. Oh wait, obviously we need more pelts, but you know, it kind of goes without saying. Do we? It sounded like the Thriller laugh. I'll take that as a massive compliment. That's an iconic laugh. I'm trying to think of the monologue, but I can't think of it. I lost it. Berries. These rabbits searching for the berries. We need their little skins, though. Oh, what a shot! We're on fire already. Yoink. Thank you, Mr. Rabbit. Your service is noted. On this day, your sacrifice has been accepted. Oh, no way! 2 for 2, baby. 2 for 2. What a shot. Hunting prowess. Alright. We're looking for oak. Yeah, I've never actually seen... What's the alternative to oak? Thinking... but unable to remember. Nah, lost. Lost to the great brain of nothing. 3 for 3. Count 'em. Count 'em. Acacia. That's what it is. I think acacia is probably going to be in a more southern climate, to be honest with you, though. There's so many rabbits out here. Well, that one's getting away. And this won't be an oak, will it? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yes, good. Yeah, I'm in a strange mood. But I'll roll with it if you will. That's the deal. That's the deal. We should probably get some peat too. It's spring. There's always 20 to 30 rabbits. And then the foxes come. But in honor of May the 4th... Ow! Oh, I already said that. I already told you about the text-to-speech options as channel points. What am I doing? In my head, I was like, don't forget to tell them about the text-to-speech options you put as channel points. And I didn't, so there we go. Oh, hello, adventurer. Locus, thank you very much for the follow and welcome on in. How do we do? How's your morning, evening, afternoon, and or night, whatever it might be for you. It is good to have you on board. That is more oak than we need by far. So let's... rabbit. Let's not overdo it. Let's indeed focus on bronze and leather and not just collecting raw resources for no good reason. No! My kill streak. Oh well. All the way downtown? Oh! You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Red, thank you for the look. I appreciate it. Want to get into vintage story at some point. Oh my lord, I thought that was a bear. Red. I thought that was a bear. I thought that was a bear. Stupid. Oh my god. Alright, I regret everything right now. Oh, that got me so good. Ooh. Oh, lock us with the cat. Oh, my idea. Yeah, my idea. My idea. My idea. It's always my ideas that come to bite me, isn't it? Is that a rabbit right there? Here. Here. Oh. Man, we are on a killing spree. Even if it wasn't consecutive. Chewbacca says in Hazel's voice, May the 4th be with you. Otter is your host and also a Star Wars lover. He's very funny. Indeed, I agree with all of those things. And that's very rare that I agree with anything. Ooh, a chert cave. This is interesting. We should turn this into a cellar. Yes, yes. If we can avoid the cave-in. Whoop, that is... Whoa, that's multiple Botons. Well, our wood lamellar armor is not equipped for such things, I'm afraid. Bum, ba, da, bum. Hopefully they don't chase us all the way out here. Any tips for Vintage Story? Absolutely. Absolutely. Tip number 1. Decide how you want to enjoy it. You know? Are you out here to figure out the lore? Are you out here to, just build stuff and be happy? What are you trying to get out of it? What do you like about it? What are you expecting to like about it? What are you expecting not to like about it? Base your gameplay off what you think you'll get the biggest kick out of. I'm a masochist, so I'm playing Vintage Story hardcore, and I shouldn't be. I don't have enough knowledge for this. Secondly, things like charcoal pits, good lord. It took me 9 hours to learn. Just buckle up and be ready and use the internet. Because if you don't, it's going to be one hell of a long ride to learn everything. Alright, let's put that in the tanning thing. These we probably want to tan as well. If we had some more chalk... No, not chalk. The other one. You're good at being dumb. Excellent. Wow, you'll fit in well here. This meat can actually go in there. Rare that we actually get the meat back to the house in a timely manner. Do we have... Lime, that's the one. Lime. We're now going to stare at this quern for a little bit. You're welcome for the entertainment. But we need chalk. And we don't have enough bronze. We don't have any bronze, so we can't go mine the bauxite instead. You've been looking at people play this, and I think it could be fun. I agree. I think if you're looking at it and you like what you see, you're going to have an absolute blast. The key early game is increasing your inventory and making some kind of, primitive base out of cob or out of wattle fences, which can be upgraded to daub later or whatever you like. But cattails. Cattails is your first step. First step, knife to cut up the cattails, and then cattails for baskets. That's one. Yeah, absolutely need them. And then you start oiling hides and turning those into the bags I've got currently, which are like hunter's pouches. And then you go for leather. And you go, or linen, I suppose, depending on what you've got access to. But winter can be an absolute killer. So you need to... Like, your first playthrough, you're preparing for winter. That's the whole thing. The whole thing is just winter's going to hit you. And it's going to hit you really hard. So be ready for making winter clothing and freezing to death anyway. No, there's totally automation. So if I had more linen right now, and if I had more resin, fat, and I've got enough wood for it, I could make a big windmill, and that could operate this quern all by itself, which would be lovely. And then, of course, the windmill has different speeds depending on how windy it is, obviously, and how elevated the windmill is off the ground. So if you have a windmill really high up, you get a lot more power than if you have a windmill on the ground level. And there's so many mechanics. If I can look up the... Can I do this while it's going? No, I can't. Well, if we go mechanical... Look, there's angled gears, axles, brakes, clutches, bases which you put a helve hammer on, which helps you with smithing. Massive wooden gears for changing it into, multiple powered systems. Pulverizing frames, toggles, transmissions, and of course the windmill rotor for where you put the windmill. Multiplayer seems like it might be nightmare fuel. In what way? Because I find multiplayer in a lot of ways safer. and more cozy. We're almost done here. We're almost got 50 total. It's 5 plus whatever we get in here. So another 5 and we're done. I play a lot of this with Zero Dark DC here on Twitch, and pretty much the dynamic is I hide inside and make things, and he complains that I don't contribute to the fighting, which is fair. That's a fair complaint. But don't tell him I said that. And my food just rotted, which means all of this is practically worthless, yeah. Yep. Well, that's not good. We're gonna Right, this red meat we're actually gonna have to store in the end. I was gonna let it turn into rot, but now that all our food just rotted right in front of us. Because he was busy talking and not eating. His food has rotted. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, well, ain't that the truth? Boop. Alright, so that makes lime water. Gonna wash these out. These aren't spoiled fully yet, but what we can do is leave them on the ground. We can actually eat this one, even though it's mostly almost rot. Right, this is separated. I hate when the music stops and it's just silent, very eerie, especially with all the monsters we've seen today. Oh, that's already strong tannin. So we got 2 weak tannins. We need more barrels. Ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-da. Where's the grog? There is alcohol and drunkenness in this game, so you won't be missing out on grog for too long if you desire it. You need silver though to be able to distill it, and we do not have silver, not in any usable amounts at least. That's not really the configuration I want, actually. I'd like these barrels to be just one further away so they're a little more usable. And then we can put some more chert cob under them later. Roleplay servers? Absolutely. Absolutely. That would work fantastically. So what we're gonna do is get some more tannins going on this side so that our processing barrels, actually, speaking of which, oops, we want to put, where's all that leather? Oh, I left it up there, didn't I? We want to put the small leathers on so that they're starting to become scraped hide. And then these barrels are going to be like the stock barrels, and we pour them into these barrels for processing, so that we're never running out completely of any specific types. What other games do I play? Oh, bit of this, bit of that. We play some Minecraft, some modded Minecraft, GT New Horizons. We play, when the season's right, we play Tarkov, but the season is not right for Tarkov. We're planning to play 7 Days to Die this month for a charity event, but I haven't started yet on the 7 Days to Die server. And I've never played 7 Days to Die, so I don't know how that's going to go. It's going to be an adventure for everybody. And what else do we play? Oh, this and that. Whatever takes my fancy, really. Whatever's, well, it has to be viable for, like, you know, Twitch discoverability, etc. But Tarkov has been trashed. Well, you're right in a lot of ways. Tarkov has had an interesting development phase, let's put it that way. But I've got a great love for Tarkov, really the core of it. Plenty of their decisions I don't love, but you know, the game's still pretty solid underneath. When it wipes, it's a bit of fun for a little bit, and then, you know, the wipe ends and the balancing fails. I actually think if the flea market wasn't on for what's it called? For a wipe, like if they just took the flea market off for a whole wipe, I think the game would be so much more playable. I think it'd be great. I'd rate it. But that's not gonna happen. They're gonna release their 1.0 and then probably just abandon the game. Is my prediction. But I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it ends up continuing its development. But I don't think it's been particularly financially viable for them lately. I think that's where they're really struggling. Okay, the hides we need to bring down here because that's gonna time lock us. And then bronze. Bismuth. There's a big bismuth mine underneath us. And it's also got sphalerite in it, apparently. Both in high amounts, which is just ridiculously good luck. I'm gonna make sure that we have emptied our pockets properly. And we need to cook food. Troubling time. Shin comes in with good May the 4th energy. It just keeps going. It always shocks me how long it goes for. It's so in the way. Alright, so they're 20 hours. These are 3 days. Well, minus 8 hours. Come on, rot already. Really shouldn't be banking on it rotting, but that's where we're at. Do we have enough food? No. Alright, shiitake mushrooms and tinderhoof in the field and the forest out here. Star Citizen is popping off. I've heard good things about Star Citizen, and then I've heard that some people just can't get into it, mechanic-wise. I don't know where I'd line up in that. Is this for Tarkov or Star Citizen? For, oh, I was talking Tarkov. Oh, that's how you feel about Tarkov, is it? Yeah, he goes nuts. No calming down that Yoda. Yoda's yodeling is so true. If anyone knows that that reference, which is a very, very niche reference, actually. Yodel hee 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 hoo. Yoda's yodeling is so true. It's a very silly song. It's one I discovered on Udio, which is like the AI song generator. I love it. It's great. Alright, 2 shiitake mushrooms. I know we got some berries on the outside of this wall here. I'm worried that the sheer amount of bunnies in this area is going to attract wolves. Wolves need no armor. My favorite movie from Star Wars? I don't know, but it's definitely in the prequel trilogy, if not the Rogue One movie. Both of those are very good. They're my favorites. Doink! Get doinked on, Mr. Rabbit. Alrighty. A little more meat for the meat stews. Why do I have a ladder there? Curious. Probably a silly reason, really. I shouldn't expect logic. Well, he's gone. We don't have enough mushrooms, so what we're looking for is 12 vegetables. Now, mushrooms count as vegetables in this particular case. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But, for cooking, that's what they count as. So we can make meaty stew with meat and vegetables. And if we have... Oh! If we have 8, we can make 4 servings, as long as we have the requisite meat as well. And if we have 6, then we have the full amount that we can actually put in the in the cooking pot. We're going to do a full cooking pot's worth. Which is why I said 12, but man, these rabbits are just easy pickings today. Which is good, we really need them to be. Same reason, tomato is a fruit. There you go. There you go, that's good logic, I'll follow that. That fox is gonna get into the rabbits as well. Good on him. But yeah, the idea is cooking pot, 4 slots. The first 2 have to be meat, the second 2 have to be veg, and that's meaty stew. That's one of the major meal components. Did he get that rabbit already? Oh, he's quick, isn't he? We got competition in the hunting game. Another pair of rabbits, and maybe a shiver underneath us, scaring us. Borax bits, that's good. We want another borax mine. That's always appreciated. Boop. It's getting to nighttime though. We should probably head back. We could afford to sleep through this night. Fox is using aimbot. He's certainly succeeding, whatever he's doing. I don't know about his ethics or morals, but the results, they speak for themselves. Yeet! Ah. Well, you win some, you lose some. Sadly, pretty sure we're going to lose out on the veggie game here. Ooh. In for a penny, in for a pound. And these rabbits are getting pounded. Doink. Alright, that's the spears gone. Now that we're out here without spears, we're pretty much sitting ducks, and that's really bad. It's just the axe that's keeping us alive if we get attacked. And I don't really want to use up my only copper axe that I found dungeon delving on keeping myself alive. I'd rather use it on getting resources. But let's head back. The hunting trip, major success. We do have more berries out here if we start getting real desperate as well. We can't process them, but we can eat them. It is eerie out today, though. How far down does this go? Ooh. 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 An avocado is a fruit. Is it really? I suppose so. Seems like Minecraft Dark Souls. It is a bit, yeah. It is a bit. I like to describe it as horror Minecraft with overly involved crafting. I think that's a pretty apt description too. Because crafting is very overly involved. But I like that. I like having to nap something out by hand. I want these chert stones too. Oh yeah! This is the other type of mushroom we were looking for here. However, one is not as much as... Ooh, 2. Not much, but better than nothing. Better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Rift activity calm. It's a beautiful night. The wind is blowing. The air is a balmy 17 degrees Celsius. For those in the US, that's like a... Hold on. It's like a 53-ish, I think. That's my guess. That's my best auto math. Or at least estimation. I'll be honest, I didn't do the math. Right, currents. and success. Boop, bop, boop, bop, ba-da-boop, ba-da, bop, boop. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. It's a good way to put it. I agree. I agree.
Why, hello there. Remember, Padawan Otter, you must use the force of kinetic energy traveling through your spear, and remember bears are everywhere.
Ah, very good. Good advice for life, I find. What do we do? Bum 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 bum. Uh-oh. We got chickens in the way. I was editing some clips today, Shin, and I got a great one with those chickens. Look at all those chickens. Effectively, I was asking why my prospecting pick isn't working, and then the chickens pop up as an answer, and I was displeased. Which chickens are not an answer to that question. Alright, we've got some rot, which we'll store in here. We've got some chert stones. You're welcome. Does Mr. Otter have pets? I do not. I used to have pets. But no longer. No pets here, I'm afraid. Not for lack of desire, just, can't have pets when you don't have enough space. Because that'd be quite cruel. That'd be quite unkind to the little petties. The sweet little things. How long do these last in here? 12 days? 6 days? That's not bad. I'll take that. Take that any day of the week. We need spears. We need to start cooking. Which means cook pot on at least this fire, if not one out there. We need some peat so that we can do cooking cheaply. I think... Mr. Otter is British? No, just well refined. From the colonies, you see. From the bottom of the planet. Stuck in the prison colonies. Alright, let's get somebody once told me the world is gonna make a flint tool. A shovel. Here's something shifting around in the soil up there. I do have a large stockpile of Yorkshire Gold tea, though. We are refined out here in the colonies. We've adapted, improvised, overcome. We do try. Spears. We're gonna need plenty. Those rabbits took the last of my spears. None too kindly, I'll say. With these otter cuteness, hey? Was that how it went? Was that the deep lore? I don't know about that. I'm afraid the real story might be far more dull. We have not enough sticks. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. What do we have in terms of stick reserves? Nothing. Nothing. We've used them all. What time is it? Midnight. Yeah, we should probably sleep through the night. We should do it. No reason not to, unless we're going to cook. We could cook, but are we going to? That's the real question. Bum, bada bum. We'd have to cook with charcoal, which isn't really not fantastic. Unless we cut up some firewood, which we could do. We could do a little bit of beep bop bop beep. One of these. Boop. Into there. Into here. And then a recipe, something to cook. Lore, you say? I need the lore. I need the old lore. The deep otter lore. Tell me your secrets. Mm-hmm. Bum, bum, bum. Right, Tinderhoof. We got 6 of these, half a dozen of one other. No, we don't really. We can make a 5 lot of mushroom stew, though. And then the rest, we could do a 2 slot of mushroom stew. Like that. There's only 1 meat left over. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We can't complain about that. But we might as well cook on the outside fire if we're doing all that. Do we have a second cooking pot out there? Probably not. We should bring one. Ba-ba-ba. It's dark and stormy. That won't stop me from cooking up a storm. That's the kind of fun you can expect around here. 2 of these, 2 of these, bop, bop, boop. And then half the wood in there, half the wood in there. We need a torch. Utterly needed it is. Utterly needed. Have we got a fire starter? It's reminding me of that song, Firestarter. Great song. Can't sing it properly, can't do it justice. Well, let's get a little light in our hand. We're not gonna... I don't think we have the sticks to make a fire. Disturbing. A disturbing reality. I love a good quack. Ooh, that's a Memaluma. That's quite a few. Rift activity is low, but Mema activity is high. Don't you dare Memaloom at me, sir. Dung. Why is my phone not on silent? Ooh, that's a rift. Where was that? Oh, it's over there. That's where they came from. It's always something, isn't it? Never just a nice calm night, even when it's rift activity calm. It's not fair. How long is this gonna last? 2 days. Yeah, right. We sleep through. In the morning we do it. And go get some sticks. Schlip. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And the day counter rolls around to day 17. Medium temporal storm is approaching. Unbelievable. This will be our first temporal storm on this playthrough. Oh, that sucks so bad. Okay, we need some sticks and we need to get inside. Come on. Just a few sticks, please. Literally just a few. Just need 2 sticks. Alright, that's 2 sticks. That's enough. We can't get caught outside in this temporal storm or we're in... I think I'm in trouble. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's all still processing. Good. I think I'm in trouble. Bo-do-do. What are we gonna make? Another campfire? For a start. Half in this, half in this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's more than 5. Because I can't count, apparently. Can't click and count at the same time. I've got too many of these. What's wrong here? Why do I... Oh, yeah, that's right. It's going in this recipe. So this will be 2 sets of meals. And we make a fire starter and we don't lose it this time. I don't know where the last one went, but very inconvenient. We take this out of our offhand so we're not getting hungry. And we're pretty much just going to batten down the hatches, stay inside for this storm, and hopefully nothing gets in. Hopefully. We can live in hope. We can do that for a little bit. Boop. Fire starter goes there. Don't have any more sticks for more spears. These bowls can come out of there. So we could eat these berries, but I don't think we need to. The food's likely to last longer than the berries. Alright. We'll eat some berries. Might as well. Oh, happy music for the temporal storm. That's not fitting at all. This game, man. A bear rocks up, happy music. Temporal storm, happy music. Horrible, tragic events, happy music. Every single time, without fail. Is that all the clay we've got? No, we can't even do clay forming during the storm. I want to be able to do something. Where's our nearest clay source? Oh yeah. We could kip out for that. We could totally do it. That is finished. Meal prepped and put away. Bum. Yes, the clay down here, that's right. We can totally harvest this. Rain's gonna roll in, but so be it. The rain isn't from the temporal storm, I'll tell you that much. That is going to have a very different effect.
This Captain Jean-Luc
Oh, goodness
Picard.
gracious.
We came to this planet to find intelligent life forms. Sadly, all we found was a very determined otter with a low IQ. Picard out.
Wow, shots fired. Captain's log. Yeah, well played, well played. Bum. Oh, we're certainly in full swing in spring here. The grass is just springing straight back up when we're cutting down what's there. As soon as it says the temporal storm is imminent, then we're in big trouble. Then we really gotta book it. Book it today, lo. Bum ba 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 da ba da ba da ba doo. I suppose Captain Picard isn't too far from the May the 4th vibe. Captain Jean-Luc Picard, the USS Enterprise. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. Make it so. Do. Now we can't sleep through temporal storms, we've turned that off. That's too baby easy mode. So we must prepare. Still only approaching, not here yet. A medium temporal storm is nothing to be sniffed at either. What did I miss? There was Captain Jean-Luc Picard for a moment there, and there's a temporal storm incoming. Very, very nasty one. Medium levels of temporal disturbance are on our way. They will bring with them a lot of memaloomas, who will memaloom at our door. In their Latin language of some description. I know not of what they speak. Dominus Victorialis Erastu. That could go on. But I feel like chanting in Latin isn't really isn't really on vibe today, is it? Well, the Memaloomas will do it though. They'll do it. Ah, my shovel. No. My sweet little shovel. And we got a little bit of time left. Boop bum bum. What's this? 1 hour left in that. Oh, sorry about that. A little cough. I suppose we could cut grass. Oh, temple storm imminent. Now we go inside. Oh, there's a flipping moose up here. As Zero would say.
Ah, the moose.
That's a big boy. Why is he just chilling outside our door? I would hunt you, but it's just not worth my time. With the temporal storm on the way. Now, you don't tame moose to ride, do you? You tame elk in this game, I think. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Every now and then. Well, he's going to have one hell of a journey out there. Ba-da-dum-dum-dum. Alright, you are going to get stored. Yep, there's the temporal storm. There's the Memaloomas. Memalooming. We want to put this in here. I hear you, Memalooming men. We are the knights who say, Memaloom.
Hello
Goodness
there.
gracious.
I sense that this otter has great potential. Sadly, all I have seen is him playing with his spear. I must move on. Obi-Wan out.
Very good. Very good. Oh, that's quality, that is. Well, alright, we got some hot food. Hot food coming through. Eat these berries because we don't want to hold on to them. Hopefully we're safe in here. Is the hope. I mean, the first time the walls drip, you freak out, and rightfully so. And the 20th time, you just kind of hide in a hole. It's not that big of a deal. They really need to change the threat late game here. Well, not late game, but like more experienced players need a bit of a threat here where maybe they can break down doors, maybe they can dig through blocks if you're hidden, stuff like that. Something to balance it. I don't know. You don't want it too dangerous though at the same rate. Alright, we want some of these molds. We also want some lamellae molds. So let's make the lamellae molds because they're going to be the most difficult. Or the most time consuming. Most clay consuming? Something like that, I don't know. It's going to be difficult to produce these while everything is in Memalooming mode. Are there Memaloomas on the top of my house? Yeah, that checks out. Ba-ba-bum. Ugh, I hate the sound of the shivers. I really hate the sound of them. Mostly because it usually leads to death. A little clicking sound in the darkness. Bum-bum-bum. And the vision effect is really making me struggle with the clay forming. Maybe I've misjudged what I should be making. Up. Need more clay. Switch it back into 3 mode. Do 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 do. Come on, happy music, come back. I was mocking you, but now I wish for your return. They also need to add things to the water. for more threats. I know I shouldn't be asking for more threats. I'm the last person who should be asking for more threats. I'm already threatened enough by this game, but they should do both those things. Hey, yep. Thank you very much for the chickens. The happy music is back. Also, Shin, how did the 7 Days to Die stream go? I saw you were on with a bunch of people for the charity event. Was there great fun and celebration? Or was there great death? I actually did see you get murked by some kind of creature whilst I was lurking away there. Pressed F to pay respects. Much fun. 3 deaths. That's not bad. 3 deaths is not that bad. I mean, I don't know anything about the context of the game because I've never played it, but 3 deaths doesn't sound that bad. Could you meme loom somewhere else? Oh man, that's a big one. The ones with antlers, I'm quite intimidated by. I don't know why they have antlers. Press Alt F4. Hey. I can't believe you've done this. Well, this is a perfectly good low rift activity day turned into just miserable luck. The hope here is that these lamellae molds get turned into lamellae armor, bronze stuff. Proper, real, heavy-duty armor. Whether that becomes a reality or not, well, that very much depends on whether we can get down into that bismuth mine, find some bismuth and sphalerite, and combine the two in a combination I call hot and cold. Hot and cold. And a combination of the two which I call hold. I might have a burnt face, but I can still fight crime. Beautiful. Temporal Storm complete. Yeah, we're not facing that one. That one does so much damage. It's a big, dangerous one. We're just going to wait for him to dissipate. We didn't hide in this the entire time just to come out and die on a hardcore run for no good reason. There'll be plenty of things to fight when we go mining, I'm sure. Save our armor for then. Little pig, little otter, let me in, they say. But I shan't. Not that silly. Quite silly. Not that silly. Beautiful. How much of the day did that eat up? Most of it. Most of it, really, realistically. Ba-da-dum, ba-bum. Right. Ba-da-bum, ba-bo-bum. They are not quitting, are they? That's not good. If they can't actually disappear, we are gonna have to fight them. And I don't want to. I want to be safe inside. Anyone surprised by that? Not me. Least of all me. Now's a good time to mention that we have an ongoing poll in the community Discord, in the general chat, as to whether or not we should run a community server for Vintage Story. I've hummed and hawed about it because there's also some great community servers around and about Twitch and such places. I don't really want to step on other people's toes, but if there's demand and it fits its own little niche there, then why not, I say. So far there's a bit of demand. I'm not sure it's justifiable yet. Well, there goes all the grass. Now, we can make some kind of... Yes, we need sticks, though. Sticks, the magical fruit. So that's going to be 6 molds for Lamellay. That's pretty good. Any more than that's probably unnecessary. We need sticks. What else do we need? We need to start that mine. We need to do the tanning. Yeah, tanning is top priority, because that's a time gate. Grab these. I do love that you can just hit the number keys and shortcut that sort of stuff. Bum ba bo bum bo. Seal these batches as soon as they're done so that we can keep productivity up. Alright, 2 weak to strong, I think, is the way we're going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3. How do we only get 2 out of that? 1, 2, 3. Seal. Doesn't matter. Done now. Rift activity is still low. We're still in the business, but not in the bismuth. Ba ba ba. Well, that is quite a rock slide. Better now than later, I suppose. Still, I don't love it. I don't love how unstable this area is. What we should do is fill it up with some... Wow, that would cost so much. So much cobblestone. We could rammed earth it or something like that. How much... How do you even make rammed earth? Just dirt. Okay, that's actually pretty fantastic. We could totally rammed earth the side and turn it into a retaining wall. The other day, actually, I was explaining to my son how retaining walls work. He was quite interested. And so was I, really. Retaining walls are exciting. Ah! Nothing quite like a good bit of landscaping. Stickies. We're in a bit of a sticky situation over here. We need at least another 16 grass. Don't let your kids watch it!
Don't let your kids watch it!
Very convenient. I'd rather it now than later when I'm fighting a bear or something. Like I tried the other day. Ba-da-dum. Ba-bum, ba-boo. How much we got? Oh yeah, got plenty. That's just sticks. Sticks and stones. Getting to 8 o'clock in the game. Probably time to think about heading home, one would imagine. As one does when one imagines. Alright, well. 14 sticks, is it enough? No. No, it is not enough. Not even close, actually. Goodness gracious. Sticks is such a limiting factor until you get some good shears. You can collect so many. Really is surprising how much more efficient it is to collect with shears than it is just with the old pokey hands. But it's good. Gives you something to aim for development-wise. A good technology. Hearing shifting dirt over there. Bit of a concern. Something's over there. We just hope it's not something that can kill us. Probably is, knowing this area. The side effect of clearing bushes is that it's a lot easier to detect things coming, so they can't be obscured as easily. Good side effect to have. Primary effect, of course, being that of collecting sticks, which is essential. We could also consider hunting that moose nearby. We'd get a lot of red meat out of it, but we don't have the vegetables to combine to make an efficient red soup, or a balanced red soup. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we shouldn't just make meaty soup. I mean, it's always... My goodness. Why, Windows? Why? I don't need a virus summary. There's no viruses here. Absolutely hate pop-ups. I'd like never to receive another Windows alert in my life if I could. Beautiful stuff. That's 41 sticks. Let's do the math, right? 6 pits, and you need 4 8 a pit. So 4 times 8. 16, 32. Yeah, we got enough. At least I think we do. And thinking is half the battle. Yum, yum, yum. Eat some of that meal that we made earlier. We're down to our reserves again. Well, you'll get that. What, 16 days, and then this is 15 days. Okay. We're not going to be storing any food for winter like this, but that's okay. We're not really aiming for that yet. Winter's far enough away that we don't need to immediately start doing that. We do need to consider. But it's not yet danger zone time. I wish I had peat to use instead of charcoal. Are we seriously missing 1 stick? Oh. The level of infuriation. I can't even express. I can't even express how annoying that is. Shoe shopping. You're not a Jedi. You're an otter. Hello there, Trist. Welcome on in. May the 4th be with you. And how do we do this fine day? How's your morning, evening, afternoon, and or night, whatever it might be for you. It's good to have you on board. Well, it's a calmish night. We could go get a bit of peat from down there. Or from here? Either are great options. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. Oh my goodness. Cat Mac sounded like a bear. Oh, there's so much going on. Yeah, this is all helping a great deal. Thank you so much, everybody. Good morning, evening, night. Exactly. Yeah, you know what's going on. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum-bum. Alright, so there's some peat over here. There's chicken, but this is chicken of the woods. A mushroom, which will count as vegetable in soup. Only one, though. Disappointing. Ow. Very disappointingly. How do we do, Cat Mac? How did the 7 Days to Die stream go? Actually, you can take shelter for a second and do one of these. A quick little shout out. Oh no. I knew that was gonna come. It's so unkind. I can only assume that's Zero's influence there, getting you to stream some kind of heart-stoppingly terrifying game. Successful but rough. And they only get worse from here. Oh, oh no. It's progressing the days without care. Oh dear, very funny. Nice try, Shin, but that won't work, I'm afraid. You're... What's the... I can only think of the Wado one, not the... What do you think, you're a Jedi? Waving your hand around like that, Shin? Your mind tricks won't work on me. I go digging for some peat. This is delightful. This is exactly the fuel we need for the fires of industry. Shin, thank you very much for the lure. I appreciate it. Man, it's slippery out here. All this peat, though, this will be great for pit kilns, this will be great for cooking. Now this is a proper peat bog. I've seen some in my time, he says. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm doing my best. It takes some hard work to get all this peat out of the ground. Alright, let's go north. We can get those pit kilns going now that we've got a little bit of peat. Peter Wentworth. P-tier Griffin. That's enough sticks. We didn't actually get as much peat out of that mine as I was hoping, but that's okay. I think it is actually the smaller variant of the mines we've found for peat. Head south, west. Head southwest? Why would I head southwest? Shin, thank you so much. That's gonna make it really inconvenient for... Alright, I can see what's in my hand if I look directly down, maybe. What's this? That's the peat. Excellent. Ha 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 ha. Oh, we need sticks. No, you're kidding me. Oh, but we can put it on these. So hard when we can't read the tooltip. And it's going to be like this for a while. This is a very long one. Everyone thanks Shin. Everyone thanks Shin for the shenanigans. Alright. How do we, Oh, man. If we put the bowl down... Oh, thank goodness. Oh. We need the fire starter. Not south. Interesting. Interesting coordinates you've got there. We need to move this firewood or we're going to start a house fire again. And frankly, I'd like not to start any more house fires. We've started enough of those. I was editing a clip today where I started a house fire. Very funny, not very practical. Very, very dangerous. Shenanigans. That was with other friends who got you to play Outlast, was it, Kat? Sorry, I missed that message earlier. Well, well, well. Aren't you surrounded by such supportive friends that get you to do such good things? Don't worry, I feel the vibe on that one. Why are we lighting it like this? This is a dumb way to do it. We should just make another torch. They're really not that expensive. And then like this, and then like this. And then this can light all the pit kilns. Easy peasy. Boop. We're going to make sure they actually all say lit this time, so we don't have one that doesn't light, because that was a disaster. The peat will burn pretty quick compared to firewood, which is always good. Cuts off a couple of hours here on the cook time for the pit kilns. I think firewood's the worst, and then it goes peat's a step up, and then... I just heard something step outside. That's not good. That's not good. We don't like that report. That report gives us great anxiety. This shovel... Can we put it down here? Is that a thing? No. No, we can't really store it anyway. Guess we sleep through the night. What is it? Middle of the night? A good time to sleep. We won't get any kind of carbon monoxide poisoning from sleeping right next to a pit kiln. Day 18. Excellent. All you gotta do is the most excellent thing imaginable. Alright, 4 spears in tow. We've got Calm Rift Activity Day. It's what you like to see. Leave our junky tools here. They're not going to help us terribly much. We have to decide what we're doing today. Is it? Is it? We could go mining. We do need to go mining very soon. We could go hunting. We're okay for food, but we're not okay for fats. That's the real limiter there. Yeah, we need a mine first, though. So, let's take a look. If we take a look at our prospecting... Very high and high. Very high and high. What's the difference here? We got very poor galena and magnetite. And then this is minuscule magnetite. This is actually a better mine right here. Still need a better mine. We should go check down here first. See what the prospecting says. We'll bring a little shovel. And why not? We'll bring this. And everything else is fine. We need torches, actually. We're woefully unprepared, torch-wise. Oh my. Oh my, Trist. Excellent. Well, that is not as much... Well, we have actually got plenty on us. Okie dokie, sticks and stones will light the caves. Every stick here is a torch until we run out of grass, and I don't think we're going to run out of grass before we get to our location, frankly. Branchy leaves. We should actually have brought the lit torch, because we're not going to start any more pit kilns anytime soon. And we can use it to light the other torches, so let's go grab that. I mean, realistically, what we should be doing is adding a whole bunch of torches around the area, but we don't really have a very defensive base at this point. Very different to the last hardcore run when I did well. Not the second run. The second run was just a bear, okay? The second run was just a bear eating me. That was it. Don't get any illusions. Uh-oh. Storm's coming in. Don't get any illusions of success in the second run, but the first run was fantastic. This one is going well so far. Hopefully it continues to do so, though. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-dum, dum-dum. The happy music. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Ba-ba-da-bum-ba-dum. Alright. That's enough of stick collection. Now we do a little bit of prospecting, work out what's down on that long end. Down here. Ow. Soil shifts underneath us. Okay. Hello, chickens. Prospecting here. That's what we're doing. One more sample. Ultra high bismuth. Oh man, that's a find. Alright, we're not gonna get better than ultra high. And that's high spell. Also our highest level of sphellerite. Yeah, that's the way to go. Alright. Well. Ah, the moose. This is the spot. Do we go in with just this low-level pickaxe, or do we go grab another one? I want to run out of pickaxe juice in the caves here. Ba-bum, ba-ba-da-ba-dum. What's the best way to get down here? Ooh, we could do a little bit of just check a node here and see if there's anything actually worthwhile right here. I don't think there is going to be, but on the off chance, be good to know. Nothing nearby, so we do have to go quite deep. So we can start the mine down there and dig down into the mountain. Make a mine entrance here, put some rammed earth to close the front off. Get the rock slides going. Doo-doo. Good, that will do it. then we make a mine entrance. Good enough. Ba-bum, ba-boo, ba-da-boo, da-boo, boo. Da moose over there. Great, of course. Of course. I think it's this one, isn't it? Yep. There we go. That stops the rock slide. Born underground, defenders of our mountain home. Now, chert is certainly not what I want to be digging in, but we do have to make this mine. So, don't have a choice. Like 50% instability. Maybe we need more rammed earth for this. Yeah. Let's plan. Let's not die to a cave-in again. I'm very sad. I'd very much like to avoid death to cave-in. If we can. To you, Mr. Chicken. Rock slides, indeed. Indeed. If, last time we lost 30 hours of playtime when we died to the rock slide, the landslide, the cave-in, as it was. Very, very nasty stuff. Low fertility soil. Packed dirt. I'm pretty sure this packed dirt is going to be stable. I mean, I'd hope. Here's hoping. We can get one more if we get one more bit of dirt. We can do that easy peasy. Put this way. Make sure we've got a full bowl. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum. And whilst we're here, we might as well grab the other pickaxe. This one, and now we go deep underground. Born underground, defenders of our mountain home. A rabbit. Be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do. I need to drink more water. Delightful. Delightful. Yeah, packed dirt's not going to cave in. So that's good. We can use this to our advantage. It'll take a little more mining durability on the pickaxe, but it won't cave in and crush us to death. Which, of course, is the ideal when you're mining, I find. That's the problem. Right there that's the kind of thing we're trying to avoid. Actually want it like that. That'd be ideal. The cracked chert is the stuff that's going to kill us. Because it has less stability. The cracked rocks will slide well before their uncracked counterparts. And they don't care how much damage they do to your noggin there. Ooh, yeah. If I dig out to the side first, the stability should be way better. Like this, and then down. And then even if we do have cracked stuff, we're filling the top with a stable block. Bum, bum. Slate rock. Slate is not the most stable of rocks. Pretty much just as bad as chert. But down we go either way. Happy music fades. We haven't started losing much sanity yet, so that's a good sign. Rift activity's calm, which is a great sign. Good time to go mining is when the rift activity is calm. I hear a shiver in the walls in some kind of cave system. I don't particularly like that, but as long as they're not in our cave, it'll be okay. Okie dokie. Now, we do want to pivot so that we're not digging directly away from the ultra-high bismuth. This could be an opportunity here to do so. Granite is quite stable, so if you use this lighting, you go down on the corner. Be a good use of torchlight and a good use of the native rock that we've got here, rather than relying completely on this packed dirt. We haven't really gotten that deep yet, but it feels like so much work, and our pickaxe is taking so much damage. We can do a node check though. See if we're coming up on anything at all. Trace amounts of bismuth. We're getting there. Trace amounts means that we've at least gotten down to the level where it's going to begin. A little deeper, and then we'll do another check. This. A wet hole. Pretty stable because it's all granite, thankfully. There goes the torch. Yeah, that's not great news. Oh boy. We could seal this area and just keep digging. I think the appropriate way to go would probably actually be do a couple of node checks while we're against so much exposed stone. So a node check here will tell us if there's bismuth on this corner. Small amounts. And then a node check here will tell us if there's bismuth going out this way. We want to find at least medium trace amounts. So there's less there than there is over there. It's 6 blocks wide, the checking distance. And then if we check here, this is like a middle ground. If this is medium, then that's trace amounts too. Okay, so this is our best bet over this side. But I don't want to leave an exposed section here, if I can help it. Let's see how deep it goes back here. Super unstable. Would easily cause cave-ins here. That goes up to the surface? No way. Oh, that's so annoying. we haven't gone low at all. Well, you get what you get, I suppose. Let's seal this. Yeah. I think sealing this is the way to go. That way, we don't have to worry about extra monsters. And we can dig down in this direction. So this was small amounts right here. If we do a distance check. No way. Yeah way. Yahweh? Or yeah way? Two of those mean very different things. Node check out this way. See if this is better than small. Last check we got was small in this area. Trace amounts. Okay. So there's less out there. And that was trace amounts there. There's small amounts here. We could try going this. I think it's going to be under us. It's my bet of the day. Trace amounts. Yes, yes. Well, we'll dig down a bit and see how that goes for our potential yield here. Stability is okay on the roof here. It's not fantastic. We could just improve that by packing a bit of earth. That way at least there's a layer of protection. Not a good layer, but a layer. This granite's super stable. That's one pickaxe down. Pressure's on to find that bismuth now. But a good node check will give us the answer we seek. We're in the money here. Alright, this is all 16% all the way up. That's fine. None of it's cracked. It's all just solid granite. So we don't need to stress too much. We do, however, need to find where this mine actually starts. Andesite. So it was medium here, it was trace there. If we dig some side columns... troubling times. Bang, bismuth, right here. That's perfect. Perfect. Now, we didn't get sphalerite yet, but that's okay. The bismuth will do fine. It's rich bismuth as well. Very stable rock. Very stable. So now when our pickaxe breaks, we have at least the ability to make a bronze ingot's worth. Just gotta be wary of cracked granite. Cracked granite's gonna be the bane of this mine, if there is some. Or that, slate. Slate is certainly way worse than granite. Quartz, slate, chert, it's all horrible. Just death incarnate, as far as rocks go. %33% stability. Got that section done. That's... oh no, it's not cracked. It looked cracked for a second there. I'm paranoid. Alright, we check whether there's still bismuth in the area with a node search on this central block here. Small amounts, so there is still some around. And then, if there's still small amounts here, it means there's some on this side. Trace amounts. It's more likely it's over this side of the mine. Just make it a little more stable. Very strange. There should be more about here. Right about now. The Funk Show Brothers. Is it close to this? Or is it an entirely new segment, perhaps? Trace amounts of sphalerite. Ooh. We're getting further away from the bismuth. We're getting closer to zinc. This is all 25% unstable when we've got 2 blocks of it. No, it's only 16. That's not bad. Now, if we dig out further this way and there's nothing, that means that the zinc that we found, the sphalerite, is going to be deeper. Which is possible. We might not get to it. Our pickaxe is low. Large amounts of quartz. And no... ooh, okay. So it was... oh, here's some bismuth. that little chunk. I definitely don't want to cause a cave-in. Why is this 25 or 23? That disturbs me. Perhaps it's because we dug out the roof there. Yeah, that's more stable now. If we dig down this way, we might find a little more success. Which is essentially what we're trying to find. Just a little more success. If we can hit the sphelerite, we've got plenty of bronze. If we don't, I think we've got at least 1 bronze ingot. And I could be wrong. That would be terrible, terrible, terrible luck. Large amounts of quartz. Medium sphelerite. This is the right direction. It's andesite. It's probably what the host rock is for the... that's cracked. Don't like cracked stuff. Is there anything out this direction? That's the question. Doesn't look like it. I hope it's not inside the quartz. It will be very inconvenient for us. I'd like to replace this bit with rammed earth or packed earth. Hey, listen! How we doing, Shin?
Hey, listen!
Cracked andesite. All this quartz is the problem. We just found the zinc and our pickaxe broke. Just miserable luck. That is miserable luck. Well, nothing we can do about it. Let's hope we have enough to make a bronze pickaxe and come back here. Plenty of bismuth, plenty of sphelerite for zinc. But no pickaxes. And it's the middle of the night. To travel back in darkness. At least it's not too far, and the rift activity is supposed to be low. The thunderstorm, however, gives me a deep uneasiness that cannot be expressed. I did bring 2 pickaxes. That's the thing, Shin. I did bring 2. Beep, 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 beep. We got a lot of good blocks for building. Brink 4. Brink 4. Yeah, I know, right? We got a pickaxe mold here. Chuck that over there. Over there, the saints are coming, the saints are coming. Over there, where's some copper? We need zinc, do we have? Dancing chickens. Not helping me find the zinc, I'm afraid. Though they are very sweet. And pecky. You know what? I don't think we have any. I think we just have to make one more copper pickaxe. Come on. That's so rough. Troubling times, these. Bum 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 so inconvenient. Thank you for the chickens. So silly. Very silly. Okay, well. The truth is, we don't have enough to make bronze. Try as we like. All we can do is make one more copper pickaxe and go and get that zinc that we were staring at in the wall. So we'll chuck this on the burn. There's a moose outside. We don't have any torches. Oh, good thing we got the firelighter, I suppose. Firelighter. Copper ingots. Whoa. Troubling times, these. Troubling times. Clunky, 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 clunky. Yes. I agree. We want to get some extra food out of this. Need some more coal in there, aren't we? That's 1200. Where's our charcoal? We don't have any... No charcoal inside? Oh well. So be it. We'll just use some of this coal. Burns at 1200. Yeah, that's plenty hot enough. Munch, munch, munch. And our food servings are getting more and more limited. Whatever shall we do? We do have 16 fat, that's not bad. Are we lacking resin? We got 5, that's not much. It's a start. Surely it is a start. But in terms of mechanical stuff, we'd need to sail first anyway, so... I don't know. I don't know what I'm worried about. Silly stuff. Bomb. One more copper pickaxe. And we sleep through yet another night. The day counter goes to 19. Quite good. Quite good, I say. Especially for a hardcore run. This is ready to go. Tremendous. Tremendous. Should we check on our leathers? Yes. Yeah, we should. Do we have a little knife? No. We might have to make a little knife. A little kniff? Because I'm pretty sure... No, neither of those have anything. But these... most certainly have goodies. And these are the strong tannin barrels these go into. Turn into leather in 4.5 days. Yes, I think I shall. And then we can... oh, there's a little bit of lime water in there. We can take the weak tannins and fill these. We always want a full barrel on this side, even if we don't have it on that side. And then more water goes in here, and we can make some more weak tannins. Quick as you like. Bang. So easy. Hello there. How are we doing, Fancy Pickle? We should be tanning these. Beep, beep. Perfect. All right, so bronze is just 1 block away, literally. Literally 1 block away. We just found bismuth, and we have sphalerite. Oh, tantalizingly close. Just, it could not be closer to being in our inventory without being in our inventory at all. No, most certainly isn't in our inventory. Oh man, we brought tongs here. What am I doing? What am I doing? Born underground, defenders of our mountain home. But how do we do, Pickle? What are you up to today? The blocks are disappearing in front of our very eyes. There is the zinc. That's what we need. We just have to make sure there's no cracked andesite, because there is. There's plenty of cracked andesite under here. Because a cave in here, it will be the end of us. The very end of us. Unless we're super careful. Which we try to be. Cracked granite. And that's why we are packing the ceilings. We just pack that there. This zinc. We'll take this and see if it leads to more. But even 1 zinc will unlock bronze, I think. How much has it got in it? 20 units? Yeah, that's quite a bit, actually. So if it's 20 units, that means 2 plus 2 plus 6 is half an ingot. So if 2 is half an ingot, let's do the math. 10 parts plus 10 parts. Very hard math. Let's try to work out the 60% off that. Here's more zinc. Doesn't matter, we got more zinc. Don't need to do the math after all. Granite up there. Andesite. Is there more here? Well, let's light up the area for a start. And then a node search. I want more sphalerite. Medium amounts of sphalerite ore. Curious. Quite curious. I'm hoping we dig down to it rather than up, because we can pack the ceilings and dig down easily, but digging up is a travesty. Just a death sentence. Digging up can be. All that's cracked andesite. Very dangerous caves. Very dangerous caves. More cracked stuff. love this. Neither is it the end of the world, I suppose. I don't think it's above us. I think it's going to be further into this wall where we found the rest of the stuff. Running along the side of this vein of quartz. If I was a betting man, that's what I'd put it on. Yeah, there's some. There's supposed to be medium amounts, which assuredly is more than just 1 or 2 pieces. One would imagine, as one does when one's imagining. Problem is this quartz is like the most unstable rock we could have to dig around. So we'll have to just pack everywhere we find it. And dig a little lower. We got 4 more packed earth. Oh, there's some zinc. Yeah, it is lower. That's excellent. Excellent news. Dig through to our other mining section. And we can do a prospect here, and it should still say medium, is what we're hoping. Otherwise, we've gone too far and too greedily. Small amounts. Well, then there should be some still here. That's my bet. Is that if we're digging around here, we'll find... Yes, good. Cave-in sound giving me anxiety. But it's not happening right here, so we can keep going. Plenty o' zinc. There's some there too. More. Andesite. Now, I would imagine that's probably down a trace amounts now, if we do a node search here. And there's not more than small, we're done. There's still small amounts. Obviously we're not done. We're close. We're hitting the right sections. 33% unstable. Don't love that as a report. Avoiding the cave-in is so difficult. Problem is, cracked stuff doesn't look distinctly different half the time. When it's getting dark in the caves. Or at least not different enough. There is a difference, don't get me wrong. That is super unstable. No, that's a bad spot for that torch too. We need to pack both those and put a torch here. Bum ba bo bum. Come on, zinc. Where you hiding? We can do a node check down here. And that will tell us whether we're on the money or not. And it's very hard to tell. Small amounts of sphelerite. Well, that's the same report that we got from node checking there. So I wonder if we node check here, is it still going to say small? trace amounts. So is it under us still? Cracked andesite. Perky is here indeed. Hello there. How was your May the 4th? And may the 4th be with you. Welcome on in. As you see, I am once again up to day 19, which isn't bad for a hardcore run. Trying not to cave in on my head. And I really am quite paranoid about it, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would really rather not have that be the way I end another hardcore run. That would be devastating. Zinc. I was beamed up by Scotty. Close, but not quite the right reference, is it? Andesite. More zinc here. Is this the small zinc? Is this just this little pocket here? Maybe. One way to find out. Node search. I wonder how much it needs to be for trace amounts and how much it needs to be for small amounts. There's still small amounts here. Yes. Good, good. Mine it. Mine it now. This is so much bronze, though. Just waiting to be smelted. I kind of want to replace this block with some packed dirt. Like that. And then like this. Andesite. None of this is cracked andesite, so we're not in mega danger. But being under the quartz gives me an unsettling feeling. And my sanity is going down. Node check. Trace amounts of sphalerite. Well, let's not die for trace amounts, shall we? Let's get out of this cave and make that bronze. Advancement. Success. Yo, it's a new otter. It is, for May the 4th. I thought I'd put a little Star Wars otter on. Why not? Bum 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 bum. Here we are in the caves of bismuth and sphalerite, and we've come out with a great haul. Really tremendous. When we have a bronze pickaxe, we can go back in there and do the quartz as well. I'm not sure that there's anything in the host quartz, but it doesn't hurt to have. Certainly doesn't hurt to have. Most certainly indeed. Now this, I think... Ooh... That gear there indicates to me that this could be a ruin of some type. Alright, we'll have a quick peek on the way home. Well... There's quartz down there. That's not necessarily a very exciting sign, though. And there's dead bodies. Yeah, I don't know. I might be wrong here. Lead. Monsters. Well, that's enough of this hole for me, I'd say. Let's find a way out of this place. I need to get out of this place. It's the last thing I ever do. Uh-oh. 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 Please don't cave in. Can I hardcore parkour all the way to the top? Yes, I can. See ya, cave. Wouldn't want to be ya. Sweet. This should be close to our house. And indeed, it is. Just around the corner. Tremendous. Tremengious. Wow, we've really filled up on the storage there. Beep, 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 beep. Rock storage can go in there. Why not? Then we can store a gear in here. We've got 12 gears. We really need to go find a trader and do some trading. Hammer. Good, good. Alright, and then if we have a shovel, which I actually think we've used up the shovels, we need to make one. Wow, we spent a whole day in the mine there. Let's make a shovel and get some charcoal. Then we can make some bronze. And that's going to be close to bronze lamellar armor. Actually, what we should do is research. We're about to have leather, right? If we have leather, what's the best armor we can make with leather? Plate armor, scale armor, protection tier 3, high damage tier resist. When damaged by a higher tier attack, the loss protection is only half as much. What's that mean? The loss protection is only half as much. 97%, 87%. Okay, I think plate mail's like a big goal. Brigandine. 81%, which is better than... No, not as good as scale leg. What's the best armor? Does anyone in chat know what the ideal is? So plate mail, you need chain body and plates. Ooh, wow. So either way, we need a chain first. You can hear that moose out there. And chain is jerkin, which is leather. Okay. So how much is each chain? 2 ingots. Ooh. Boy. Alright, so Lamellar is going to be our cheap armor alternative. Depending on how many ingots we can make. We may have to go with Lamellar. Otherwise, we can splash out and try and make some plate armor, which would be sick. But I don't know if we're gonna have the bronze funds for it. Worth a shot though. Ow. At least worth calculating, if nothing else. And those bees will be ready to swarm, pretty much. We do need to do some house building as well. Our house is terrible, and we should feel bad. Even on hardcore, no excuse. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. What have we got in here? Lamellar molds. Alright, so if we do some math on 800 units of copper, it'd be easier if it was 600. Math-wise. Because in order to make bismuth bronze, we need 70, 20, 10 or 60, 20, 20. And I think 60, 20, 20 is the way to go. Because we got good bismuth under us. So 60, 20, 20. So we need 40% of 800, which is not easy math to do. 40% of 800 is somewhere in the 300 to 400 range. So 300 units would be... That's 100 units. That's 300 units. And then we can do the same here with the sphalerite that we have. And then if we add a little by little, eventually this is going to math out. But at what level, I wonder? Because that seems too much to me. Of course it is. We put double in that we needed initially. What was that there? Brass. Interesting. I think if we do 30, that's actually the math we're looking for. It's always so tricky with ingots. Never can tell with these. I'm so bad at the math. Really is terrible. I don't know how it's allowed. This will help a little bit. So this is 160. No, it doesn't help it, actually. It doesn't help at all. What if we break it down to 160 in different amounts, and then the 20% would be 20, and then 20% of this is like 12. So 20 plus 12 roughly 32. 20 plus 12. Why was I doing that math? Well, I'm so bad at this. Right, and then how much of this? No, that was supposed to be the right math. But it's wrong. How am I getting this wrong? It's basic math. Like, we need 60% copper, 20% sphalerite, 20% bismuth. Alright, so the easiest way to do it is like this. That's minimum. So if we have another 60 and then another 20 and then another 20. That's 1,000 units. And then if we have... okay, now we're going to have different math. So if we do it 10 by 10, right? Then we can times it by 4. So it would be... No, it would be 7s, not 10s. We could do it... No, it would be 6s, wouldn't it? So how many 6s in 40? Not a perfect amount. 6, 12, 18, 32, 38. This is 5, so that'll make 10 of these. And same math here, 10. Yep, that's perfect. And then if we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, we need 2 of each of these. So the total amount of bismuth we can make is 13 ingots. That took a while, didn't it? So 13 ingots. We're gonna make 1 pickaxe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lamellae molds. And that's 7. We still have enough for other things there. Do we make ingots so we can make tools? I think yes. Do. Come on now. Please light Mr. Fire Pit. You just have to say please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do we want to make a prospecting pick? That's the question. Do we want to make a hammer? How good's our hammer right now? Yeah, we want to make a hammer. So, do we want a prospecting pick as well? That would leave us with 4 more ingots for things. Yeah, we probably should. We probably should. So, it'll just be like that. And the rest of the ingot molds can go away. This is going to cook up nicely. Whew. A little bit cold outside still, which is not great for July. Curiouser and curiouser, Mr. Potter. Don't have any sticks. It's always sticks is the problem. Ba da 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 do, ba boo, ba boo. Ah, ba ba da boo. Just check something while this is cooking. Tell me, Vintage Story viewers, are you also vintage storying? What are you up to? What age? What are you building with? What's your favorite building materials, I wonder? All these things and more. Bum bum bum. I am vintage storying, says Circa. What you up to? What are you working on? Baby boo beep boo boo. Baby beep baby boo beep boo boo beep boo boo baby baby beep boo boo. Alright, good. Thing checked. Thing 1 and thing 2. It does take a while, doesn't it, when you're doing this much? We could make some building materials, actually, while we wait. Take a look. It's in a book. Bump. I hear that moose. That moose is just asking to be murdered. You know? Standing out there all moosey-like. Paths we could do with. Do we go paths or do we go buildings? We got a bunch of andesite. We've got a bunch of granite. Got some limestone. Got a bunch of granite. So we probably want to build with granite as well. I don't think I like a mixed drywall. I think that looks terrible, frankly. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it looks better in bigger patterns. There we go. Now we can keep track of everything at once. Granite. Granite would be good for floors at the very least. But the slabs, how do we put a slab in to get a slab? That doesn't make any sense. Not make any sense? Oh, yeah. Because if we're using floors, we don't need a full block. We could do slabs, right? Then we would need it for other things. It just depends. No, I suppose we don't want to make that yet. What we want to make is the most excellent thing imaginable. Bada-bum. Oopsie. Like, oh my goodness. If I could get it right, I'd be dangerous. Mom. And that's over a stack of granite. We're not going to get as much andesite out, though. We'll get some. I don't think it's enough to build with yet, though. Just not enough. Ba-bo-doo-boo. Boo-doo-be-doo-be-doo-boo-boo. The chert we've already been building with, so we should make some more building blocks of that too. Almost ready to do our pour here. Slate is going to be roofing. We've already got a bunch of it, but we will need to make more. Where did we just put that hot bottle? There it is. Alright, we want to take the charcoal out and begin the pour. Why is that not? Why is that not pouring? What? Bismuth. Why is it not pouring? Can you not make lamellae? Bismuth plates, bismuth lamellae. Yeah, we can make it. So what's the problem? Bismuth bronze. We want at least a pickaxe. And that's pouring. Is it too far down? Is that the idea? Is that the problem here? Apparently. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Well, that's not good. I don't know what the deal is here. But something's clearly going wrong. I hope this doesn't start a house fire. But we have to start pouring. Creatures blocking it. Most certainly I'm not. Well, that ingot's there now. Oh, very frustrating. Oh, very frustrating. We're gonna make an absolute mess of things here now. At least nothing seems to be catching on fire yet. 500 units left in here. $300 units left. Now we got 200. Yeah, we did calculate this right. I'm so sorry, I totally missed chat. I got lost in the source. Right. Need to prepare food, not to starve to death, and get copper, and 10 hours in, and so new at the game. Excellent. Very good. That's tremendous. Just got your first bit of copper, but had to make charcoal to burn it. Yeah, I had to do the same. Not as advanced as you in this game. Well, you're catching up. What are we at? 6 a.m. Sleepy. Let it all cool and add the day counter. Day 20. Don't sleep all day, Mr. Game Man. Well, we just slept half the day. What you gonna do? It's all cold now. Ready to be processed. Cooking pot. Speaking of which, we really need to get some food out. And then lamellae molds can go up on the wall. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Can I put one on top? Is that cheeky? It's too cheeky. Well, we tried. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. We need a lot of sticks to make all these into tools, actually. Frustratingly. Ping pong, ping pong. 2 ingots of bronze that we can work into whatever we need. And starving to death, easily solved with a bit of a munch. Do we have anything else? That's it, that's the lot. Alright, so 6 lamellae. It's not enough for body armor. It is enough for head. It's enough for feet. Hmm. Oh, it lowers healing effectiveness. That's interesting. So taking off armor for healing is ideal. Need some pelts as well. I'm not sure we have pelts. We used most of them up. We're making a bunch of leather instead of pelts. I wonder if I just made a mistake with this bismuth. No, I didn't. I just need pelts. We're just not quite at armor yet. The lamellae is good, but we're not quite at the stage where we can actually use it properly. But that's okay. That'll come very soon. Alright, slate. And all the things that are fit to print. These tools will wait to be made. The pickaxe is going to be the most tremendous part of that, I'd say. Bunch of building blocks. Now we see what we can build. I'll be able to build something, but maybe not a full house. Maybe some of a house. Let's have a look. Where are we going to build it? Down there, perhaps? Fill out the tanning barn. We don't have a knife on us, do we? No. We need a knife down here. Ideally a bone knife, but that's not an option. Knife in there, I suppose, if it's not going to fit anywhere else. Seal that away, all the rest of this. So this is weak tannins. These are the strong tannins. We are going to need more strong tannin, actually. So, with that in mind, let's double seal a bunch of this. There's not a full amount. Well, fair enough. We could make this into strong tannin. What do we need? We need 3 barrels of strong tannin. We've got enough. Enough. Yeah. Not ideal, but enough to work with. The chert, we need a shovel. Means a bit of flint if we can find it. Oh no, we got the flint. We just needed the sticks. Of course. I want to kill that rabbit, but let's stay focused. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I don't know why we're bringing this charcoal around with us, but we've got it. Oh, that's so great. Of course, of course. Well, once we empty these, then we can replace the floor. We'll save 4 blocks in here just in case. We might end up saving more in here if we've got the space. Perfect. We have the perfect amount for that structure. Now, if we hem the bottom of this, hem and ha, or all we like. With the granite, like so. Then we can put the walls up like this. We want granite on the corners, going up the sides. Yeah, we can. Is it high enough? Yeah, once the roof goes on, it will be. Ba 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 ba. Just the stuff we want to see. Well, we ran out of andesite, but apart from that, that's just the stuff we want to see. Do we put a lining of granite on the top? Oh no, we got a little more andesite. We might make it. Actually, we will not. Not even close. Doors. Let's take a look at the different doors we've got. 3 tall door. We can make a 2 tall or a 3 tall. I think they're the major options here. Does it need to be extra tall or not, is the question. We've never done a 3 tall door. We don't have nails for it though. So 2 tall it is for now. Bo-do-do-do-whoa. Well, almost there. And we can put a slate roof on this without it looking silly. So we should certainly do that. The question is, before the slate roof goes on, do we add another layer of granite cob? Just trying to envisage it. I can't work it out. Can't work out what'll look best. Though our mining trip has provided us a new Envisionate. Envisionate it. Indeed. That's the idea. Hey look, we grew our trees. there is some slate roofing in here. Do 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 do. Ba la la la. Feel like it should have one more layer. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. Ba ba ba. The problem is, we can't actually finish this build with what we've got. Not a chance. Oopsie. Then the intersections up here. Are we making like slate like this to fill it? Doesn't that look a bit silly? Let's find out. Do 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 do. So if we have it like this, that'll work. Certainly I heard a creature nearby. How many wide is this? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can make it to here. I think we're gonna run out of slate again. As is the norm. Got half a house built. Frustrating, but not unexpected. I actually think that the 2 run in the center should be flat. Like this. Right? Doop. Doop. And then it'll come down the side here. Like that. Do 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 do. Bam ba da boom. Bo de do. Buildings being works in progress is the norm. Yes, yes. Does seem to be. Oh, there's a rift opening. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. We could make some more solid blocks. I think they're going to be the more annoying ones to place, so let's do those while we're up on the roof. Like that. Then we're out of slate. That's it. Keep hearing sniffing. I don't see the creature that's sniffing at me. Unless it's that little guy. Could be. Doink. Actually put the knife away so we can't even cut him up. A decently sized hair. Rift activity, medium. It's always medium days. It goes into my house. Oh, you're building a house. Let me have a look. Get out of there, me Maluma. actually, our best source of twine is right here. The Schniffers. Did have the sniffles. Little rabbit. That's a goat over there. Staring at it for a while, trying to work it out in the dark. Sometimes it's really hard to tell. Babo, babo, babo. Day 21. Brum, bo, bum, bo, badum. Badabum. Munch. Sweet. Well, we've got half a serving of food left. Which is bad news. Real bad news. Meat's starting to spoil. Berries are going bad. The atrophy of life comes to us. We've got limited charcoal. We do have a bit of black coal, but I don't know where we got that from. We could go mining for extra coal. I really want to do that. Does anyone ever really want to do that? Well, I suppose more than... I might want to do that more than I want to go and make another charcoal pit, I suppose. In the end... Didn't we need to put that granite up? Pretty sure there was still a need for granite on the sides. But it'll be completely hemdicide. No, we didn't completely do it. Well, that's the big sniffer. It's the moose. Ah, the moose. Well, I'm not going to go die to a moose. Certainly not. You can make one serving of meat, veggie, berry stew. You can't use berries in it, can you? Pretty sure meaty stew has to be veggie. Meal making stew. One fruit. That's interesting. Gonna be a pretty rubbish serving of food, but oh well. What can you do about it? Eh? Put the cook pot on. Bitty bitty booty boo. Chicken of the woods and berries. Just like Otter used to make. Is what they'll say. You should. You shouldn't. I shouldn't. We got a little bit of peat. Peat. Mr. Peat. Peat me up, Peat. Ba 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 bum. 4 should be plenty. Bang. It's a beautiful thing. Relaxing. Well, that's good advice. Well, thank you everyone for tuning on in. I'm afraid at this junction, it's going to be time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. 20 days in. 20 days in, it's time to say goodbye. We're doing quite well. We've got some bismuth bronze. We can make some things on our anvil. I'm not sure what we're going to make. Probably some shears. Yes, I'd say shears. And a scythe of some kind. That'll all have to happen next time. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to be on GT New Horizons or the 7 Days to Die server. I'm not sure which one. It's just difficult to be on the 7 Days to Die server when other people are on with my time zone. And I do really want to do it with other people. I've never played it before. It'll be exciting and good. So, yeah, there's all that. And all that to say, have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, and or night, whatever it might be for you. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
The tide was turning on a gray sea sway. Alone I stood on the broken quay. The wind it howled like a mournful tune. My heart felt heavy under the shrouded moon. I came back alone, left the high seas behind. Ghosts of the gale still haunt my mind. The boat was creaking as it rocked in place. No laughter echoed through the empty space. The stars were dim in the midnight glow. Oh, how I long for the friends I know. I came back alone, left the high seas behind. Ghosts of the gale still haunt